Hello, good morning. Let me just reset things for myself. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hi, Susie. Good morning. How are you doing on this beautiful morning? Today, we are going to do balances and balance. Yes, in yoga is being able to stand on one knee or one leg or on the hands. That's what we associate with the balance. And this word comes to me very frequently these days. And balance for me is the very journey that leads me to get into a balanced place in my life. It leads me to breathe with balance or act with balance. So whatever we do today, that is what we are going to practice towards. That kind of a balance. Okay? So without further waiting, let's get started. Hello, everyone. My name is Andrea Kiss. This is Sun and Moon Yoga Studio YouTube channel. Welcome. Hello, Jane. You need help with balance, Jane? Yes. Let's get started. So we are going to start from the feet up. If you have been practicing with me, you know that I am fascinated by how many things, problems, or imbalances could be solved by focusing on the feet. So for this very class, I created a nice, very funny fingernails for you guys. Not that you're going to see any of this really, okay? So what we are going to do is standing on the four corners of the feet, which would be the heels, yes, the balls of the foot, and the little toe pad, all right? Also, as we are standing, we are going to emphasize pressing the outer edge of the foot down so we can lift the inner ankle up. And you will have this beautiful arch appearing again. And the toes will be spread apart, okay? So let's get started from here. Come to your mat. Look down to your feet. Lifting the toes up sometimes helps to press the four corners down. Spread your toes apart and press the heels and the balls of the feet down to the floor. Play with pressing the outer edges of the feet down, maybe a little bit exaggerating at the beginning, and then coming to balance. And the feet are parallel. So probably if you have not been standing, walking, sitting like this, then you feel imbalanced. So that's a whole other way to describe what balance is. Yoga is striking for balance. Balance would be when we come back to the original. So here, let's say that we have even energy, even weight running up and down on our legs. And as much as possible, we evenly press the balls of the feet and the heels down. So for that, we are going to pull slightly the kneecaps up so we feel that the quads are working, and we work the glutes as well. Placing the hands on the hips, finding the hip bones, and feeling the evenness between them or creating the evenness. Placing the hands to the sternum as a reminder to lift from the sternum. And then the shoulders can rest over the hips. Okay, so it's aligned. And the heels are underneath the hips. And last but not least, the ears come over the shoulders. So after all that, tap into what feels the most unnatural about this standing. Wherever you feel that there is the most work you have to do in order to come to this balance, that is where your practice lies. Okay? So in practice, we reveal everything what we have a chance to work with. Tailbone is moving down and the top of the head moves up. So this is our first balance posture. Okay? And then, if that is a possibility, place the feet together. If it's too much, don't worry about it. Keep the toes spread, feet pressed, legs strong, tailbone moves down, chest lifts, blah, 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 blah. So many details. You know what? Pick 3. Whatever 3 sounds good to you. I would love you to pick the feet, to stay with the feet. Come back to it. How the energy, how the weight just moves. And then let's get moving. So bend the knees and simply lift the arms a little bit up to the front and then release the arms back down. That's all. Bending, and we realize that we have a breath that accompanies each and every move that we make. For me, I like to inhale here and exhale here today. As we are moving up and down, please keep your shoulders back in the socket and reach with your sternum forward and see how the change is in the soles of your feet. Okay, then breathe. And back together. Let's reach the arms over the head, interlace the fingers, and turn your palms up. Stand tall, tailbone moves down. Floating ribs come in, shoulder blades come back down. Again, it is easier if you bring your legs together and zip up the space between your thighs. Gaze to a point that doesn't move and doesn't give you any emotional reaction like, oh my, I would need to clean that spot, or nothing. It's just a spot that doesn't move. And softly gaze to that spot. Then start reaching the heels up off the ground tiny bit and relax the shoulder blades into your back. What does this require from me to hold this? I'm aiming not to move my ankles, keeping them together. Tailbone moves down, sternum lifts, neck is long. And then I release my heels down. Finally, it feels so good. And release the arms down. Continue standing in Tadasana. There is more energy, probably. There's more heat circulating. Let's just fold forward a little bit and see what it does with our balance. Okay? So inhale, lift the arms over the head softly. Exhale, fold over your legs. You can separate your feet if you need to. Bend your knees, lift your heels high up, and relax the torso all the way in. Relax your head very gently. Move your head around. And breathe. Then lift your head and chest, press the heels into the floor, place your hands over your thighs, and simply keep your spine nice and tall as you push back up to standing. Okay? Let's step the feet together. Inhale, reach the arms over the head, interlace your fingers, turn the palms up, tailbone moves down, shoulder blades move down, and we lift the heels off the ground, gaze to a point, and breathe. And release the heels down, and release the arms down. Keep the inner ankles together, bend your knees, and this time lift your heels up as you bend your knees and lower the heels back down. Okay? So, to give you a little help here, if you are really, just keep moving, please, really struggling with balance, it's better to pay attention on working the legs, having the alignment in the feet, elongating the spine, and using some surface to find a little extra help so that there is an exhale. So that you understand the work is there. I am aiming for balance. And I'm not relying on the wall. I'm just having it there or a chair to help me a little bit. And I watch my reactions for this one, okay? Now our legs are pretty charged up. And extend. Shake them out for a moment. And let's lift the left leg up. First, just parallel, flex your left foot. Place your hands on your hip bones, or if you need help, place the left hand on the left hip and gently push it down as you lift the right through. And breathe. Point your foot. Flex your foot. Extend it out. Keep breathing. Keep lowering this left hip down. I just lift it up, so it's a constant work. And please place the foot down. And breathe. Engage your quads, your glutes, and lift your right heel and knee up. Even out your hip bones. And breathe. Then point your right foot, lower the right hip down, and flex your right foot. Extend it out. Breathe. Point, bring it in, and lower it down. Now we are going to roll over the left toes a little, then roll over the right toes a little, and step back. All right, shake it out again. Step the feet together. Bend your knees, lift your arms up, inhale. Exhale, open your arms apart from the middle of your chest. Turn your palms up. Lift your heels up, lift your arms up, and hold. Then lower the hands down and stretch the legs through. And let's step the left foot back a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit, so that the hip bones facing the front, the left leg can be active, and the right knee is over the right heel. I will stay here. Okay, I'm moving away from my beautiful little plant here. I need more space. So let's reach the arms up next to the ears. So this could change, and you might decide to bring your arms down next to you, okay? And exhale is important. Keeping the legs, the glutes, and the navel center active is important. And step a little bit closer. point your left foot as you lift the leg up and start come into a Virabhadrasana 3 variation. This is just a variation. So this is the point where you might reach the hands back and breathe and extend through the leg, through the chest. Then place your foot down. Lift the arms up if they were next to you. Lower the hands down, step forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Bend your knees, step your right foot back. Square your hips. Staying here, that's an option. Or lifting the arms up. And breathe. Square your hips. Exhale. The same thing, gaze to a point that doesn't move. We'll have tremendously. Relax the shoulders. Step a little bit closer, engage the right thigh and lift the foot up and come into your very changed, one of a kind, Virabhadrasana 3. Extending. Finding balance between how much effort I put into any asana and how much release I provide with it. Then step back, lift the arms next to your ears, and step forward. All right, let's take the feet apart and circle your legs and hips around. Then separate your feet and turn the legs outward. Press your hands into the top of your thighs above the knees. Move your hips side to side and go as deep down as you can. Charge the legs. Exhale. Then release the hands a little bit. Keep lifting the chest. And lift your heels and lower your heels. Lift your heels and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. Bring the feet back to parallel and the knees. And tilt forward. So the whole spine is very long. And rotate the left shoulder in. Turn your head to the right. And breathe into the twist. Breathing. And coming back to neutral. Turning the right shoulder in. Twisting. And breathing. And back to center. Let's place the hands down. Separate your feet maybe a bit wider. And lower the head down, top of the head. Engage your legs, pull the shoulders back away from your ears. Long exhale. Then lift your head and chest and bend, rotate your right leg externally a little bit. Bend your right knee and move your hip down, keeping the left foot on the ground. Breathing. Then coming to center. Moving the torso over to the left. Rotating the left leg, left foot externally. Right foot turns in and leg and bending left knee and breathe. Then coming back, parallel feet again. Walk your feet closer to each other. Actually, until they are all the way together. Separate your toes, keep your heels touching. Bend your knees Look at your knees as they move over your feet. Place your hands over your hips to come back up to standing. And extend your legs. Engage your legs. Breathe. So, the Ida Mudra is what we are going to practice. I'm going to do the mirror. Take your left hand, place the thumb and the index fingers together, and place the left hand just a little bit underneath your navel. Take the right hand, I'm doing mirroring, thumb and index fingers together, and you point it just above the left. Lift the heart. Breathe. Engage your glutes and thighs. Bend your knees and hold the mudra. Gaze to a point and lift your heels up. And breathe. Lower your heels down. Extend your knees and lower your hands down. Bring your feet back to parallel and step the feet together. So, Vriksasana, tree pose. Here, let's start. The right leg stays centered, pointing to the front. The left leg opens up to the side. Bring the left foot in. Please do use a wall or furniture if you need to. And check in how you balance yourself on the standing foot, which is the right foot. How your tailbone and hip bones are reacting to this. Tailbone should move down, hip bones are even. Okay, so it does seem like there's so many details for balance, which is, you can approach it from like Eric Schiffman way and just feel yourself into it. That's one of the best ways, I believe. But why I am choosing this way today, because that would help the alignment greatly. And that is how we would like to actually sit and stand. Hip bones even, chest lifted, spine long. So from here, find your Vriksasana. Pressing the foot to the shin, pressing the foot to the thigh. And just as a reference point, keep your hands over your hip bones. And breathe. Place your hands to the heart, lower the foot down, come back to Tadasana. I will talk last on the second side, so you can come to your own inner conversation what you have to do in order to balance yourself on one leg. Trust me, you know more than you think you do. And come back to Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms over your head, look up towards the hands. Exhale, graciously fold forward. Relax the head down. This time, relax the back, relax the shoulders, relax your jaw. Then separate your feet a little bit, turn them externally, Bend your knees and let's sit down, slowly to the floor, and extending the legs out to the front. Dandasana, staff pose. Then bring your feet together to diamond shape. Press the soles of your feet together. As you look down, you can see the beautiful arches in the soles of the feet. Press the balls and the heels together and tilt forward. So tilting means that from the hip socket, I tilt my sacrum forward. Keep lifting my heart and my chest. And I breathe into the sensation. Then come back to sitting straight. Bring your knees together. Extend your legs out to the front. Place your hands behind you. Turn your fingers towards you and open the chest. Bring the shoulder blades together. So either lift your hips up, okay, and reach into this beautiful stretch, or bend your knees and lift your hips up. You can elongate the neck. And some of you can lower the head down. Go ahead. I just like to elongate and lower down. And you also can, sometimes it's better if you turn the hands out and open the chest. Okay? If none of these work, because of wrist issues, shoulder issues, keep yourself here in Dandasana and simply lift your chest. Engage your legs and stay here for some moments, okay? Let's do it 2 more times. Take a breath in and exhale, lift. Breathe here in and out and lower down. Without fidgeting too much, just sit up tall. Spread your toes. Engage your legs, point your feet, hands press down. Inhale, exhale, lift your hips up. Lower down. Coming up to Standasana, placing the top of the hands to the floor. And let's come to the yin variation of diamond shape, which is called butterfly. So the soles of the feet together. If you've been practicing with me, you know that I love this posture. And now, ever so gently, just tilt forward a teeny tiny bit from the hips. And place your hands down wherever feels natural to you. That's a little support. And we fold forward only as deep that we don't feel necessarily too much work. It's just easy to fall into that shape. Just an alternative, sometimes the ankle bones are sensitive and it's nice to place something underneath. And we are breathing. And we are moving away from doing, requesting, wanting something, aligning something, into receiving, observing, and to a certain degree letting go. The one principle that we follow that it should not hurt. Hurt is painful, literally electric, or
pinching or sharp sensation, that hurt. The dull sensation of stretch, you just stay with it. Okay? And breathe. Then press a bit more weight into your hands first, so that you bring yourself up to a seat. Bring your knees together. Extend your legs out to the front. And softly fold over your legs. Very softly. And please come back up to a seat. Come to a comfortable seated posture, anything that feels good to you. Sitting on something is always a good idea. And again, I'm going to do mirroring for you. So take your left hand, place the thumb and the index fingers together, and gently just front of the navel, a little bit underneath, place it there. Sit up tall. Place your right hand, press the index and the thumbs together, and turn it down just above the left hand. Lift the heart. Close your eyes. And breathe. Breathe in for 5 seconds and breathe out for 5 seconds. Softly open your fingers apart. Very slowly bring your palms together. Then turn your fingers towards each other and arrive to Jaw Mudra. Roll the head forward. We are grateful for the fact that we have the resources, the health, the time, the energy to practice together. And if we find today anything that we feel grateful for, we express our gratitude towards that. And we need each other. We learn from each other. So we bow our head in front of all those who have taught us very valuable lessons, who have led us here to this moment, all teachers and loved ones and friends. Definitely pets included. And we send another prayer to those who are going through a darker time at this moment. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be content. And the request for ourselves, may I see the truth. May I speak the truth. May I faith. Thank you for your presence. Thank you so much for being here. And
check out our website. We have so many good workshops actually still on Zoom and in-person classes, limited, but we have some which we are very happy about. And see you tomorrow. I mean, not me, someone else. See you next week, next Wednesday. All the best. Goodbye.